What is going on, everyone? Welcome, I am Stein, you are in my domain, and this is my top 5 picks for Super Smash Bros. DLC. These are the characters that I would like to see the most in Super Smash Bros. Now, before we begin this list, there are a few rules as to who can make it on this list. Rule number 1, the character must originate in gaming. That means that characters like Goku and James Bond, and for those of you who wanted Corey Baxter, those characters are not going to be on this list. As much as I would like Goku or James Bond, I feel like they could make a good character. They did not originate in gaming, so they are scratched off this list. Rule number 2, the character must not have been in a Smash game before. This is basically to cut out veterans. I think that all veterans should come back to Smash, and I would really love to see Snake and Ice Climbers come back. Now notice I didn't mention Wolf specifically because I don't really want Wolf back. I know he wasn't a straight clone, but I'd rather see a fresh face or someone with a more diverse move pool than Wolf come back, and I think that Snake and Ice Climbers fit those roles perfectly. But we're not going to be talking about any veterans on this list. And rule number 3 is that the characters on this list do not already have their franchises represented in Smash. This basically means that some of my personal favorite characters are not going to be allowed on this list. Characters like Zero and Dr. Eggman, even King K. Rool, those are all characters I would love to see in Smash, but since their franchises are already in Smash, they are not going to be included here. Now, if I could say one last thing, this is my first time editing a top 5 video, so if you guys can, after you guys have seen it, go ahead and tell me what you guys think and if you want to see more. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on to my number 5 pick for the character I want to see in Smash Bros. Goro from Mortal Kombat. Now, Goro's a bit of an odd choice, because honestly, out of everyone from the Mortal Kombat series, I'd have to say that he's my least favorite character to play as, personally. But I think he's the best character out of anyone there in Mortal Kombat to join Smash Bros. Now, you might be thinking, Mortal Kombat is way too gory to be in a Smash Bros., a family-friendly kind of fighting game. And you know what? On one regard, I would kind of agree with you. But everyone wants Bayonetta in. If they put her in, they would have to tone it down. I feel like they could tone down Goro and throw him into the game. No problem at all. Now, he would be a completely unique character. He would be a big, four-armed beast of a character. Like I said, things would have to be toned down for Smash Bros., but we need a big character and we need more villains in Smash Bros., so I think that Goro would be a perfect fit, and I think it would be great to have another fighting game represented in Smash along with Ryu. That's all I'm going to say about that, so let's move on to my next pick, the number 4 slot. Master Chief, Halo series. Master Chief is an interesting choice because out of all the characters in this list besides Goro, he might be the one that fits the absolute least. As you all know, Halo is a Xbox exclusive IP game, and he's not a character that you might expect to see in Smash Bros. To me, though, I think he would make an absolutely fantastic addition. I feel like having Master Chief in the game would be a good replacement for Solid Snake if Solid Snake can't get in. Now, I'm not hoping that they make him a strict copy of Solid Snake, just a reskin. I really do hope they give him his own moveset, but he would be that gunner, long-range kind of character, and I would love to see what they do with him if they were at him in Smash Bros. Not only that, he represents a huge franchise that would get a lot of people to come into Smash Bros. Just to see Master Chief duking it out with the best of them. Neku Sakuraba, The World Ends With You. Neku Sakuraba is one of my personal favorite characters, just because the game he's from, the storyline is amazing. If you guys haven't played it, please go out there and play The World Ends With You on a Nintendo DS, because it has, to me, one of the best stories that there are. Very few games top it, and I love the battle system also. They're playing on both screens at the same time. It was just an awesome game with an awesome battle system and a lot of awesome characters. I feel like any character from that game would make an awesome fighter in Smash, but Neku as the main character I feel like would fit Smash Bros. The best. I feel like Neku would probably fit better than any character on this list. He didn't make it higher because other characters are more favorite for me, but I think that Neku would be the best character for Smash. He has a wide range of attacks from his pins. He has fire, telekinesis, wind blades, bullets, lasers, all sorts of different attacks in those pins. It's his move pool could be so varied, and he can be such a good character, and I would really love to see him included in the game. Ray Mark II, Custom Robo Series. This is a character that might be a little off. He's not necessarily a character as much as he is a robot toy in the world of his game, but I love the custom robo games, and I love being able to customize a robot and run around and beat other robots and have all these different parts and choices and be able to play however you want. Now obviously that wouldn't necessarily be the case for the Ray Mark II in Smash Brothers, but I feel like they have a lot of moves to draw on from his games, and they could use him as a very good character, and I think it'll be cool to see his palette swaps as other robots from the Custom Robo series, instead of just being color swaps, but that's up for them to decide. Otherwise, he could be a good mix of close range and far hitting attacks, being that he has guns and blades and all sorts of things to work with. He could be a great all-around character, and I would love to see another robot in the game. Before we get to the number 1 pick, I would like to go over a few honorable mentions. I'm going to throw some people on screen, people who didn't quite make the cut, but people who were in the top contender for the list, and if this had been a top 10 list, many of them might have actually made it into the game themselves. Characters like Shovel Knight, Bomberman, Banjo and Kazooie, Spyro. There are a lot of characters thrown around that I thought could have made it into Smash. Unfortunately, they didn't make the top 5 list here, but I really think that they both have a shot and should be included. I would love to see more characters in general. Add all the characters. Add everyone into Smash Brothers. Might be fun, might be bad, but I love variety, and I love seeing new characters added. So please, Sakurai, add as many as you want. But, with that said, let's move on to the number 1 slot. Kilik, Soulcalibur. Now, there were a lot of characters from the Soulcalibur series, just like Mortal Kombat and Goro, that I thought could have been added to this list, but personally, I think that Kilik would be the best one to add. The main characters, I guess you could say, are Siegfried and Nightmare, being that they are Soulcalibur and Soul Edge, essentially, and as much as I would love to see one of them in, especially Nightmare, he is my main in Soulcalibur, I don't think that he would be the best character to add. We do have enough sword characters. Cloud is another big sword character, and as much as I would love to see him fight, I think we can use someone else. Cervantes could be used, Zosfluel could be used, but ultimately, I'd like to see Kilik duke it out against the best fighters in these games, especially with Ryu added into it. We need more fighting game characters. Hell, there are even Mii Fighter costumes for characters for Tekken. At least give us something for Soulcalibur. Also, for the GameCube version of Soulcalibur 2, you could actually have Link battle it out against the cast of Soulcalibur. So they've already had Link go across into Soulcalibur, why not bring a character from Soulcalibur over into Smash Brothers? Well, thank you guys for watching. That was my top 5 list for the Smash picks that I want to see as DLC. Now, if you guys like that, if you guys want to see more top videos, go ahead, leave a comment down below, like the video, and let me know that you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned to my channel. I put up other Let's Plays of lots of games. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, Monster Rancher, and Zelda, so go ahead and check those games out. But until the next time, hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you later.